Well, welcome aboard. I'm Captain Jake, and we're back with another Tabletop Tuesday. As I kind of hinted last time, and making sure they're going to do it this time, made sure the mic was on first off. I'd like to welcome everybody in. And last time I said, well, heck, I showed you B-17, Queen of the Skies, but then we ran one mission, that was the end of it. Well, we're going to change that starting today. We're going to go ahead and change our pilot's name, which was Goddard. We're going to change it to Jake. See Jake to be specific. So that's going to be our new pilot, and I know the glare is probably horrible on white pieces of paper, but I don't know what to do about that. If somebody could tell me, I would greatly appreciate it. So we'll put that aside for later. And as we did last time, we're going to be using the flowchart by Lee Barlow to make sure that we stay on track as far as what we need to do. First thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to fill out our mission card here. So first thing we're going to do, pre-mission steps. First one is target determination, G1, 2, or 3. So G1, let's see, missions 1 through 5. So anyway, before I forget, and I don't want to forget, I'd like to thank all subscribers and anyone new to this series. We have all of our aircraft, all of our personnel of our aircraft in their appropriate spots on our B-17. And we have our B-17 over here that is sitting there ready to take off from our English base and go bomb something. So our first roll, mission 1 through 5. So let's go ahead and roll and let's see where we're going today. Oh, bomber name, which is, what is our bomber's name is the first thing we need to fill out. Majestic Reaper. Majestic Reaper. Heck of a name for a bomber. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll for our target determination on the G1 table because it's mission 1 through 5. So here we go. Let's see where we're going to go. We got a 2. We are going to Cherbourg. This is mission number 2. And of this bomber, this is mission number 2. And our target city is Cherbourg. Okay. Now what we're going to do is Cherbourg, which is an airfield. Again. All right. So now we're going to determine our bomber formation position, which is, again, we roll 2 die for that. And the red one here is always going to be our 10s, if you will. So let's roll and see what position we are, except for, that's only, oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. That is only for mission 6 through 25. That's squadron position. Okay, no, I guess we roll 2 die. Okay, that is a, well, it says roll 2 die. What do we end up with? We end up with a 7. So we're in the middle. So we mark off we're in the middle here. And mission 6 through 25, we're going to roll 1 die. But we're not in mission 6. So we are in a middle position of our formation. So we're in the middle. So there we go. Next thing is squadron position G4, 6 above 6 only. And then we're going to look at the zone, which is G11. This one you get to talk a lot and look at a lot of charts here. So all right, let's see here. We're going to do our flight log Gazette here with G11, and Shareboard is here. So it says the number to the left of the slash is the modification, if any, to the roll on B1 to determine the number of German fighter waves in a zone. So, zone, let's see, do we have an option? No. B, the letters to the right of the slash, is the code identifying whether the zone is over water or a particular nation. So, we're over water, and F, which is over France. So that's, it doesn't really say that anything that we need to do here. So our zone 2, which is here, we are over water. Yeah, just making sure. We should be out over water, which is 2. And then zone 3, because that's as far as we go, is 0. Okay, the number to the left of the slash, and then the number to the right of the slash. The number to the left of the slash is the modification, if any, to the roll on table B1. So we have a modification of a -2 here. We'll put that as a -2. Zone 3, we have no modification, and it's over water and over France. So that's it. So that's the zone information. Now, let's go ahead. We fire up our engines, we get all warmed up, taxi to the end of the runway with the rest of our squadron, and we take off. So we're now in zone 1. So we move to zone 1, but we don't have to worry about, well, we will, zone 1, I guess. What does it say here? No German attacks. Okay. So zone 1, we get nothing. We just moved to zone 1. So let's go ahead and move to zone 2. And where is Sherbrooke? Right, yeah. So I guess we need to be pointed this way. Now we're going to be in zone 2. So it says we move the bomber. We're going to, in the target zone, we roll 01 to determine the weather over the target. All right. Weather over the target, we roll 2 die again, and it's just a total number. And we got a 4. So it is good weather over the target, and the weather over England on the way back should be good, except for we're going to just do the target for now, which is just good weather, target, good. Okay, we don't have bad weather. We got no poor weather. We got good weather. They got good weather. So it's a zone 2. It's we got a -2, and that should modify it. Or is that a dash? Oh, I'm sorry. That's a -1. And let's see. Those are all minuses. Let's see. Force down, rescue crewmen who come down in the water in zones 6 and 7 are captured. Those who come down in zones of 5 or 6 or 2 through 5 are returned to England. Let's see. It's a choice of where to come down. Okay. If the B-17 is under control. So we're good so far. We are good. Good weather with no modifiers. All right, next thing we do is determine the fighter cover for our zone. So we go to table G5, and here's our G table. So go to G5. Okay, we roll 1 die for our fighter cover. Missions 1 through 5 are automatically good cover. So out zone 2 is good. And we might as well just fill out the next one because we got fighter cover over, let's see, landing on water, control bailout. We'll just leave it. Okay, so determine the fighter in the zone. Roll for attacking waves. on tables of B1 and B2. All right, B1, B2, okay. Here's B1. Number of German fighter waves in non-designated target zone. That's what we have. We're going to roll 1 die. And we got a 2. Uh-oh. Oh, no, 2. We have no waves. So 0. Nobody intercepted us. That's good. So, since we have no attacking waves, we're just go back up to move our bomber again. So, now we are over the target area. This could be a short mission, which is okay. We're just gonna play it out as it is, and we're gonna get time if it's a short mission, we are going to have a short video. If it's a long mission, we may run over a little bit, so that will vary based on what we're going to do. So we've moved again, and we're going to determine the fighter cover over, which is G. Where's our G? Okay, fighter cover. And I thought it was different. Determine, let's see, over the targets, determine the fighter cover for zone, G5. Okay, oh, it's automatically good. So zone 3 is out, is also good. Zone 4, we're not going to. So now we roll another one. And we got a 1, which again is, where is it here? Fighter cover. Uh-oh. Must not be what I rolled last time. Is poor. Well, it automatically is supposed to be good, so we're just going to leave it as good, like it says. So now we're going to roll for the attacking waves. See how many waves we get, which again is on our B table here. So now we have the number of German fighter waves in designated target zone, which is where we are. We rolled a 6. So it looks like it's 3 waves. Yikes. So they're definitely protecting Cherbourg. All right, let's mark where we marked that. Fighter waves. Oh, this is, no, that was 0. This fighter wave is 3. Yikes. Couldn't have got any worse. Okay, so now we go to B3 table. Roll 2 dice for each separate wave from B1 or B2. Okay, so we're going to roll 1 die for each fighter wave, which could be brutal. Okay, so this is our 10 again, like we said, and that's going to be our 1s. So come on, give me a 56. That'd be no attackers. Oh. And that came out as a 4, didn't come all the way down. So that's a 43, so we go down to 43. Yikes. All right, we have a single 190 here, high, at, let's see, 43, at 12 o'clock high. That's our 12 o'clock high position. Okay, we have 2 109s. One's at 130 level and the other one's at 3 level. Okay, 130 level and another one at 3 level. They're definitely trying to prevent us from getting there, aren't they? All right, so we're going to roll for each separate wave. We have 3 waves, so we get to roll again. And this wave is a 62. Which is a 109 at 3 o'clock low. And I got to move the dice tower here. That's 3 o'clock low is off the table. And we have 62 again. And then we have a 110 at 130 low. Okay, 130 low. Excuse me. All right, we got to roll for our last wave. We have a 43 again. Sounds familiar. We have a 190 high. So we have second one high, and I do believe it's the two 190s, one level here and one level over here. All right. Well, we're going to need some. So we're going to need some chits here. I do believe. Okay. So we rolled for each one of those waves, and now it says specific fighters for each wave, which we've done. Okay, fighter cover defense. We're going to do M4. And M4 is done for, looks like we should, well, do the next wave. We should have only done one wave, so that's okay. We know which one is what. Because two of them are the same, and one of them, the second wave is here and here. So, fighter cover defense, M4. So let's take our Majestic here. Let's go to M4. Fighter cover, roll one die for each wave. That's what we're going to do. And we have good cover. And as long as we don't roll it's a 0, no modifiers. The first attack is the number of fighters driven off. In the initial attack, the number in parentheses is the number of fighters driven off in successive attack phases. So, if we could roll a 6 would be great, because we then drive off 3 fighters, and that would take care of that entire wave. So, come on, give me a 6. No, we got a 3. So, here, 3. We got drive off 2 fighters, and then the next time we'll only drive off 1 wave. Okay, we've done that. Then we assign defensive fire, M1. Now we're going to need this here. We need to put these over. I don't have enough room. Put those right there. All right, so it says fighter defense, assign defensive fighter. Okay, we removed the fighters. So first off, for that wave, we drove off 2. And which ones do we drive off? That's my big question. It says for each wave, good cover. It doesn't say which ones I drive off. So specifically, so we're going to drive off one of each. This one and this one. So we'll get rid of those. That leaves only one on this wave, which is a 109, coming in here at 3 o'clock level. We don't have a German experience. We're not doing that. We did that. We removed German fighters. Now, resolve defensive fire against fighters, M1 and M2. So now we look at our chart here. Fighters attacking from, that is 3 o'clock level. We got the top gunners, the turrets, and the starboard waist can all fire at, let's see, top and ball. You can get 190. 109 is a minus, is a 5.6. Okay, let's see. Resolve defensive fire against that. German fighter attacks. Remove from play if no hits are scored. Okay, resolve defensive fire, M1 and then M2. So, we have 1. We are going to, sorry, it's going to be a little bit because it's been a couple weeks since I did this one. And I just want to make sure I get it right. So we're level. We are going to fire our top turrets here at the 109. So it's a 5 or 6. So let's see here on a M2. M2 here, damage against German fighters. Roll 1 die for each hit result from table M1. Oh, I guess that means we hit them. Note, FW, regardless of any modifiers in effect, Roll a 6 is always a hit. If the result is a hit, go to table M2 to determine damage. All right, well, okay, so we're level. We have to roll a 5 or a 6 to get a hit on this 109 from our top and ball turret. So, top turret, 1. Definitely not good. Wrong die anyway. And he fires, he misses. So now we have the ball turret's going to fire. And what does he need? Yeah, top and ball. He needs a 5 or a 6 also. So come on. Ooh, 2. Nope. And then turrets, starboard waist has got to roll a 6 for a 109. I don't know. To get a hit on him. All right, roll 5. Got close. He's scaring him, but he did not. So starboard waist gets 1 marked off also. All right, resolve any defensive fire. We didn't have any. German fighter attacks, M3. So here's M3. I'm going to be zooming in, so I'm hoping that this will show up nicely. Here's our attack position. We have 3 or 9, attack or level. They hit the B-17 on a 4, 5, or 6. 6 is always a hit. Then we go to table B4 to determine the number of shells hitting the 17 from this fighter. Fighters who didn't score hits are removed from the board. So now we don't want a 4, 5, or a 6. And he attacks. Oh, he got a 5. So he got a hit. Now we go to table B4. So we'll drop on over here to B4. All right, there it is. Hit by area. Okay, we are looking here at 9. So this is going to be the number of hits. If attacking fighters in FW multiply the number of shell hits by whatever. If the fighter is a 110, add 1 to the number of shell hits. After determining the number of hits on the B-17, go to B5 to find out where the shells hit. Okay, we're at 3 o'clock. We're going to roll 2 die. And we got a 9, which is, oh man, is 3 hits. Ouch. All right, we got to make a note of that. We got 3 hits. From 3 level. Okay. So now, damn it. Oh well. Now we go to table B5 to determine where they hit. It says B5, right? Yep. Okay, I'm trying to find B5. There it is. Okay. Attack from 3 or 9. This is level. We roll 2 die. 3 times. First time, he gets a 6. Wing attacking side. So he hit the wing. Wing. I'm going to have to put that someplace else. A wing. Okay. Next. Let's see. A walking hit negates all other shell hits by the fighter for this attack and does the following damage. Okay, let's see. 1 shell hit in each of the following sections. No. 2 shell hits on the wing is a B. 1 shell hit in each of the following sections. Okay, well, we have to determine here. We got 2 more to go. So he is rolling again. We got a 5. He got a waist. Uh-oh. Waist hits. And 5. And we roll for their next hit, which is an 8, which is superficial damage. We won't even write that down. So he definitely got 2 damage. Okay. We did that. Shell locations. Okay. Hit details. Pink and blue cards. Okay. Waist. Let's see, we got a wing. Let's see, B1, let's see. Okay, B1 here. Oh, I gotta start the flaps. Okay, roll. All right, we got the wing. Let's just wait and roll. We roll 2 die and see where on the wing it hits. And we got a 10. This is fuel tank. Roll 1 die for the 1-3 outboard tanks. 4-6 inboard tank. Roll 1 die again. 1 or 2 equals a fire. 3-4 is a leakage. 5 or 6 equals south seal, no effect. All right, we got a fuel. Now we determine where it hits. So we roll 1 die. And you got 4. You've got the inboard tank. So this is, let's see, see if we do this right. Inboard tank. Okay, inboard tank. Let's see here for the wings. Okay, now it says, where is inboard wings? Shoot, where was I? It was just here a minute ago. Okay, here it is. Fuel tank. We all got a 10. So now we want to do is roll 1 dice. 1, 2 is a fire. 3, 4 is leakage. 5 or 6 is south seal, no effect. Okay. So, well, we definitely want a 5 or a 6 this time. We roll 1 die. 1. That's probably the worst. Roll a 1. It's a fire. So let me find my fire. Well, I don't know if we got, if it says just fire. It's oil leak. It doesn't necessarily mean it's an engine fire. Okay. Let's see. Engine fire extinguisher is out / feathered. Okay. We got some more stuff we need to read here. We roll 1 die. Let's see. If both the port and when the wing root accumulates, now we have to worry about if both the port and starboard wing flaps or ailerons are inoperable. Then we'll have to worry about that. Prop feathered. Let's see. Must spend 2 turns per zone for the extra drag. No. Roll prop feathered engine out. No. Engine fire. Each engine has 2 fire extinguishers per mission. Roll 1 die. Fire is out. 5, 6. Fire continues. Try again. If the second try fails, the crew must immediately bail out according to table G6. Oh, man. Roll 1 die. Fire continues. Let's see. G6 or 6 explosion bailout table. Previous hit no effect. Okay. Right. Well, damn. We are getting shot to hell here. And that was just the first one. And he gets to do 2 more successful attacks. Damn. All right. So we now have an engine fire. It has 2 extinguishers. I guess we have an engine fire. We'll make it inboard engine fire and extinguisher. We got 2 shots at extinguishers here. Okay, we roll 1 to 4. Fire is out. 5 or 6. The fire continues. Try again. If the second try fails, the crew must immediately bail out according to table. All right, 1 to 4. Let's get that fire out, boys. Come on. 1. Yes. Fire is out. Sweet. That's good. I'm happy that is out. We're engine fire. Okay. So we don't have to worry about anything else. Okay. So that engine is out. I mean, that engine fire is out. And that ends that particular attack. Make sure that we don't have anything extra. No. Okay. Now, that was, let's see, the fuel tank. And what do we have? We had 2 types of damage. So we go back to our table here. Got to write this down, damage tables. Okay. And with the other, oh, here it is. We got waste. So we'll go to the waste, which is wings, handheld, wounds, instruments, frostbite, new weather. What does it say? Pink or blue cards? Well, it must be on the blue card because I don't know which one. Okay, blue card, pink. Weather, no, here's pink. Waste. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to roll for the waste. Okay, so this was a fire. It's now out. I'm going to put this. Oh, we didn't need to use it. We used one extinguisher to put the fire out. So if he gets damaged there again, he's only got one more to go. So we did that. Fire is out. Now we go to the waste, and we're going to roll 2 die. So let's just roll 2 die here, add them up. And can't see it. We have an 8. Come down here. Starboard gunner. Roll for wound on table B14. Jesus. Wounds. Damn. Our gunner is going to be wounded here. Okay. Now we roll for a wound. Roll 1 die for each affected crew member. Just the one crew member. Now, if he's got a serious wound, he may not continue his duties and may not bail out. Okay? If I roll a 6, he was killed. A light wound may continue duties unimpaired. A. And the second light wound results, yeah. Okay, we ain't worried about that right now. So, 3. Light wound. Sweet. Well, if he had to be wounded, a light wound is better than anything. So he has got a light wound. He can continue with his particular duties. So now, the successive attacks, it says, number of German fighters. Okay, we did that. Hit details. Okay, successive attacks, B6. And we go back up to assign defensive fire. Okay, B6. Okay, where's my B6 here? I had it here a moment ago. I know I did. Oh, there's B5, B7. Okay, B6. All right. Roll 2 die for each fighter. You got 1 fighter, 1 attack. The next successive attack is from 8, which is 12 o'clock a level. So this guy is coming at 12 o'clock a level. Now the good news is that as he passes through, my tail gunner gets to shoot at him. So we're going to go over here to our B1 defensive fire table, and we're looking at 12 o'clock level. Top turret can shoot it it's the nose and the top turret. Well, we're going to shoot the top turret again, and we're going to shoot 1 nose. I remember there being something about double guns, but I'll have to look that up later. Okay, so I got to roll a 6. 6 to get a hit. We got 2 firing at him. 5 miss. Miss. Okay, he both missed. He's coming in on his attack. And make sure coming around. Let's see. Successive attacks. Go back up here to B1 and then resolve fire, which we did. M1, M2, which we didn't hit. German fighter attacks M3. All right, here's the 3. We're going to hit the B-17, roll 1 die per fighter. We only have 1 fighter, and he is from 12 level. He's got to roll a 5 or a 6 to hit us. 4, he misses. Sweet. So he misses, he passes through, and as he passes through, the tail gunner takes his aimed shot. So crew notes, let's see, where is it? Waist, light wound. Tail gunner is going to take his shots, because we got a lot of tail guns. And we come over here. And let's see. It's got to be a 6 for a hit, so it doesn't really matter. Nope, he missed. Okay, but he did not hit, so he now departs the area, and he is finished. My goodness. Okay, now we're back. Successive attacks we did. Okay, we did this. Specify fighters each wave. We got our next wave coming in. We got the fighter cover defense, M4. Hopefully we get some cover here. Okay, let's see. The number of parentheses, number of fighters driven off in a successive attack phase. Oh, wait a minute. Well, he didn't hit me anyway, so we need to roll 1 die. Roll 1 die for each wave. Got a 3. And we are a good cover. We push off 2 fighters again, which is this one and that one. Take the 190 out for sure. And we'll leave the 109 here. Okay, now he's coming in from 130 level. Starboard cheek. It needs to roll a 6 to hit him. He's coming in and 4. Missed again. Well, my gunners aren't hitting anything, but that's okay, I guess. Then we got, okay, resolve, defensive fire again. We did that. German attacks on M3. Offensive fire. We roll 1 die per fighter, which is just 1, and we are at 130 level. We need a 5 or a 6 to hit, and he rolls 5. He hits again. Yeah, my goodness. And we are at 130. We got 1 hit. Thank goodness it's only 1 hit. Yeah, 1 hit. Regardless of any models, a roll of 6 is always a hit. B4 to determine number of shells. Okay, go to B4. B4, number of shells hit from the 130. We're going to roll 2 die. And we got a 7. We got 1 hit this time. Thank goodness it was just 1. Okay, 130. Yeah, 1. Well, I put down 1 hit, so I really 1 shell hit. Whoops, light wound, messing up my my board over here with my Majestic Skies. So we'll move him over there because we don't need that right now. Okay, so we got 1 hit. Now we have to determine by area. If the attacking fire, no, we don't have to do that. Determine the number of hits. You go to table B5 to find out where the shells hit. All right, B5. All right, there we go. Now let's find out. He's coming in from 130. He is level. Hopefully he doesn't hit the bombardier. And roll 2 die. And we got a magical 7. That is nose. Okay, hit right in the nose. This is damage notes. Let's see, light wound. We got nose. 1 hit nose, just in case I need that for later. 1 hit for nose. Okay, and 1 hit for nose. Now we need to go find, since we hit there, in the nose. Now we need to find out what happens. Wings, handheld, wounds, frostbite, instruments. Okay, let's go find it. Nose, that ain't the nose. Alright, tail section, waist, and nose. Here we go. Oh, I got some extra. It says roll 2nd die, 4, 5, 6, bomb run is 3 if done by flak. Bomb run is a -4. All right, well, we roll 2 die per shell hit. We only got 1 shell hit. Boom, and we got an 8. 8. Oh, 8 is superficial damage, no effect. Yes. No effect. Finally got a break here. I don't know why I put LE. No effect. No effect. Okay, great. He hit. Now he's coming back for a successive attack. Should make sure that I have this here correctly. B6. All right. I never remember which one I go to. So we're going to B6 on this side. Flipping table, successive attacks. But our defensive cover drives off 1 fighter, which is the only one in this wave, so he does not get to shoot. He was driven off by our fighter cover. Finally. All right. So now we have our last wave. Okay, fighter defense, M4. Okay. We're going to roll 1 for here, and we roll 5. We run off 3. First number is the number of fighters driven off in initial attack. The number of parentheses, number of fighters driven off in successive attacks. We ran off good fighter cover. We ran off those 2. So they got no hits. So we ended up with a light wound to our starboard. But we got to turn around and come back yet. All right. So successive attacks. Now it says we go to weather over the target, which I think I already did. Target was good. And then we don't need to weather over the base. And flak. Flak over the target. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We haven't used the O's yet. So let's see here. O's 3, 4, and 5. Okay, roll. It says here, roll 2 die 3 times under the appropriate column. Wow, that's O2. Flak over target. Amount of flak. Thank goodness. After you determine the amount of flak, go to this and just see if the B-17 was hit. Okay, so we don't want a 6 for sure because that's heavy flak. So we come in and Jesus, 6 heavy flak. Oh no. Okay, now we roll 2 dice 3 times under the appropriate. For each hit, roll once on 04 to affect the flak. My God. Well, I can see this mission, based on my timer here, is going to be over the hour. So let's see. We roll 2, 3 times under the appropriate column. And then we look at the effects of the flak. That seems a lot. Roll 2 die 3 times under the appropriate flak hit the B-17. Okay, well, okay, 2 die. First one is a 7. It's a hit. So let's flak. We got a hit. Okay, 1 hit. Next one. 5 is a hit. Of course it is. And last time, a double, 2, which is a hit also, naturally. Man, I'm just horrible at rolling. Okay, so now it says for each hit, roll once on table 04 for the flak. Roll 2 dice for each hit on table roll 2 die for each hit from table. Okay. Well, we had 3 hits. So we roll. Burst inside the plane A. Roll once on table 5 to determine the section of the plane affected by the burst. For each shell hit, roll on table O to determine the section that is damaged. Oh, crap. Okay. Well, let's see where the damage is. We are going to each one number of shell hits. Effect of flax. Roll 2 die. Yeah, for each hit from that. Okay. 2 die. And we got an 8. And 8 is 2. And 12 is naturally a 4. Man, I don't think my airplane's going to make it back. I think the crew's going to have to bail out. And last hit, we got a 7. 1. Okay. Now it says, roll once on this table 05 to determine the section of the plane affected by the burst and see rules, whatever, for effect on burst in plane. For each shell hit, roll once on table 05 to determine the section of the 17 damaged. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. Affected, roll 2 die. And we got 2 hits. We got a 3 port wing. This is flak. Port wing. And okay, let's see. Another hit. We got 2s. You got a 6. That is port wing again. Okay, another one. And that's it for that one. Now we'll roll for the bottom one. That's 1. So we got 11. Starboard wing. Starboard wing. 1. And port wing. 2 hits total. All right. Now we got 4. We got a 6, which is a port wing. Again. Now let me do check marks for the port wing. That I think would be easier. So we got 1, 2, 1, 2. That's 2 out of the 3, or 2 out of the 4. Again, we are rolling a 4, and we have radio room. Radio room. Got 1 hit. Okay, and last but not least, the 7 again. We got hit in the tail. All right. And tail, 1 hit. So port wing got hit. Can't get hit 4 times. 1, 2. Yeah, he got hit 4 times. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. Okay, that added up correctly. Okay, so after we find the area affected by the shell, go to the table for each area to determine the damage done. Well, let's go to tail first. And nose and radio room, Bombay pilot's compartment, no, and should be over here. Tail section. Roll 2 dice per hit. One hit in the tail section, and we got a 4. Tail turret. Tail guns inoperable. Okay, so tail guns are inoperable. Okay, inop. All right, that's 1 there. Radio room, we roll. Got to find the radio room here. I just saw it. There it is. Okay, now we roll again, and we got an 8. Radio room, 8. Superficial damage, no. Oh, that's Bombay. Radio room, sorry. Got an. Oh, that's not an 8. That's a 9. 9. Superficial damage, no effect. Okay. No effect. Okay. Starboard wing. 1 hit in the starboard wing. Waist tail section. Where is it? I'm going to need that one in a minute. That's the waist. Starboard wing. Where is the starboard wing? I thought it was in blue. There it is. Okay. So, we're going to roll again for our 1 hit on our starboard wing. We end up with a 6, which is superficial, no damage. No effect. Okay, now the port wing. Okay, port wing. We rolled a 9. Engines. All right. We roll 1 die if port wing. 1 to 3 is number 1 engine. 4, 5, or 6 is number 2 engine. If starboard wing. What do we have? If starboard wing. Roll 1d superficial damage. Okay. All right. All right. Let's. Port wing is engine. Engine is the first one. Second one is a 4, which is wing flap. We'll get what it does to us here in a minute. Wing flap. And roll again. 6. Superficial damage, no effect. And we roll again. And we have a 4, which is wing flap. Again. Okay, wing. Oh. We got a wing flap. Okay, so we got hit in the engine. Let's go to engines. If port wing, we roll 1 to 3 for number 1 engine, 4, 5, or 6 number 2. And then we roll 1 again for the type of damage. Okay, so we're going to roll 1 die on the engine hit here. 4. And that is number 1 engine. No, that's the number 2 engine. All right, number 2 engine. Now we look at the damage. Runaway engine 5 on CAPT D. Oil tank leak. Engine out. Okay, we want a 1 or a 2. Please give me a 1 or a 2. 3. Damage. Engine out. CC. Okay, roll a 1 to 5 prop feathered. Where's my engine? I got my engine. Let's see. How is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, right? Number 1 engine. Yeah, we'll just number them from left to right. We'll make it easy. Number 1 is out. And we roll 1 die, prop feathered. 6 is not feathered. He must, if it's not feathered, must roll, spend 2 turns in the zone with the drag and is out of formation. Oh, please don't roll a frickin' 6. Okay. 1. Okay. Prop feathered. I don't believe that I have one for feathered props, which is surprising. They should have put one in there. Okay. So we'll do prop feathered. Okay. Okay. No effect. This is wing flap. We roll 1 die. 2. Flap is inoperable. Okay. I don't believe that we can starboard flap. Starboard elevator. Let's see if we can find the port flap here. Port. Well, I think that's the port flap right there. Okay. Yep. Port flap. Right there. Inoperable. Okay, that's the first one. Now we go to the second one. For the prop feathered engine. Got that one, which is wing flap. Yep, and then we roll here again. Well, it doesn't matter. It's already out. So 2, yeah, it's definitely out. So port flap is out. Okay. Yeah, there was a note here. Port flap. out. Okay. Now, I think I've done all of the flak hits. Okay. Now, let's see what we have here. Okay, flak over target, bomb run, 06 and 7. Okay, bomb run, roll 1 die. We got a 5. On target, sweet. And a percentage for the bomb run, bombing accuracy. On target, roll 2 die to determine the percentage. So, snake eyes would be nice. We got a 5. 5 was 20% damage. Okay. 20%. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Start a new turn. Turn bomber around and start moving it. Okay, we're turning around. Here we go again. We're still there. We just turned around. So, we want to determine, okay, we already know our fighters are going to be good. We roll for attacking waves on B1 or B2. B1, okay. In a target zone. Okay, poor or bad weather, we don't have subsequent poor or bad weather over the target zone. Table 01 subtracts 1 from the roll. Go to table B3. Okay. So we roll 1 die. See how many waves we get. 1. We got 1 wave. Yes, I can deal with that. Okay, we got 1. Where is this? This is back. Let's see. This is 1 wave. No, 1 wave. Sorry, wrong one. All right, we are good. Okay, so now we roll for the number of what we got here. Remember, red is 10s. We got 31. Come on down to 31. We got 110 vertical climb. Okay, 110 vertical climb, right in the center. It says E, check E. Only the ball turret may fire at this fighter. It must roll a 3 through 6 to hit, and this fighter may be driven off by fighter cover. All right. It says we got the waves, we got specific fighters, B3. We did that already. And fighter defense cover. Good cover. We should be able to get rid of him. We got a 1, which is 0. Man, do I just have bad rolls or what? That's just not, doesn't seem fair. So 0. 0. Okay, now we assign the defense, but we get the ball turret. He's going to shoot again. And he will, only the ball turret may fire at this fighter. He must roll a 3 through 6 to hit. This fighter may be driven off by fighter cover. Okay, because that's our defensive fire. So, we're going to do this. Let's get 3 or 6. 3, yes. He's driven off. Well, he's not driven off. Only a ball turret must roll a 3 or 6 to hit. So we've hit them. Damage against a German fighter. We have twin guns. Add +1 to the die roll, except against FW-190. All damage die rolls against 190s are -1 unless firing gun was a twin gun, which rolls damage null. Okay, we have a twin gun. Add +1 to the die roll. Okay. We got 3 +1 is 4. This is fighter damage and breaks off after attack. -2. I wish I knew what that -2 meant. I know it's important, but Okay, let's go here. And vertical climb. Okay, German fighter attacks M3. M3, he is a vertical climb. He needs to get a 5 or a 6 to get a hit. 1, he misses, and he gets, because of this, he breaks off after this attack. He missed everything, so he is out of there. Boom. All right, sweet. Well, light wound, starboard gunner, get my tail gunner, get my guys back. Okay, so now we're going to head back. We move to zone number 2. So, zone number 2. Let's just see here. What do we do? We move the bomber, determine fighter cover, which is already good. Roll for attacking waves. All right, B1, B2, non-designated. Roll 1 die, a 1 or 2, none, and 3 through 5 is 1, and a 6 is a 2, and we roll a 4. So we got 1 attacking wave. And let's see, we're doing 5. Okay, go to table B3. All right, here we go. We're going to roll again. We got a 36. We got no attackers. Hot damn. Fighters were driven off by other B-17s out of formation. Roll again. No fighters appeared. Well, we did not. No attackers. 36. Sweet. I got a good roll on that one. Yay. Yowza. That's good. All right. Well, we don't have any Germans. No shell locations. Details. Successive attacks. We now move. Again, zone 1, which is they got zone 1 in there, which is nothing. Which I guess if you were running out of fuel. Now we're going back to land. Okay? So we need to get the weather over the base, which is 01. Weather over the base. Let me just see both fighters. Yeah, -1. Okay. We roll 2 die. Add them up, and we got a 10. Good weather. Barely good weather. All right. So, and we put this is, okay, zone 2 fighter cover. Oh, well, this was good, and this was good. Weather. I know I got my weather around here somewheres. Oh, there it is. Over England. Good. Okay. So, we're good. Now we go roll on G9 for landing. G9 for landing. Yeah, let's see. G10 landing in water. G9. Okay, landing on land. Roll 2 die. Okay. No landing gear. We don't have that. 1 to 3 repairable, not repairable. We're not worried about that. CG10 notes. Let me see here. G10 landing on water. Well, we're not landing on water, so disregard that. Landing effect. Okay. Landing on land, roll 2 dice. Okay. Okay. Oh, 2 through 12. Okay, we don't have, let's see, no modifiers. Do I have any modifiers because of the flak damage? Flap damage, which we should have a modifier for that of some sort. Random events table. Let me look here. Nose, radio room. Let me look at the wings here. Okay, wings. Wing flap. Okay, there's 4. Let's see. Engine leakage. Fire continues. Crash zone. Nope. Landing. Roll on table G9 -1. That's an H. When we're looking here for the wing flap. Does not. Okay, it says B. B, 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 B. If both the port and starboard wing flaps or ailerons are inoperable, the landing roll on table G9 or G10 is -1. Okay, well, no modifiers. So, finally, lucky. So let's roll here. 3, which is a crew and B-17 safe. All right, so we land. We are landed. Looks like we're home. Let's see. We'll just make a note here. Landed safely. All right, perfect. So now, roll for a seriously wounded airman. We're just a light wound. So, let's see, crew roll, let's see, crew KIA, no, crew rolls for wounds, crew safe, no, and we are just, 17 is safe, and light wound, he only had a light wound. He will be back with us next time. I'm going to look up the wound. I'll see if the starboard gunner is going to be back with us. But we're going to flip over to our mission chart here. And Eastman was our new starboard waist gunner from last time. Starboard waist is taking a beating. Tail gunner is the same. Port is the same. Radio operator is the same. Our engineer, ball turret, is, top turret. Co-pilot is good. Captain Jake is good. Navigator is still good. Bombardier is good. Bomb run, we only got 20%. And target city, okay, the main target city was Sherwood. Make sure it's forgot the R. Sherwood, okay. And it was the airfield. Now that's probably why we run into so much, because we were bombing their airfield. Okay, that's mission number 1 and 2. We're safe. Next week we'll come back and fly mission 3, because it takes about an hour, just like it says in the rules. So I'm sure I made some mistakes. I'm going to double check that wounded, light wound crew member, and if he is lightly wounded, we'll have a replacement, and he can't fly next mission. We'll come back next time with a new guy. So that is it for today. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully the audio is good, the visuals are good. I know that it's a little, has a little bit of problem with the glare, but I'm working on it. That's all I can tell you. So that would be it for today. So as always, I'm Captain Jake, wishing you fair winds and following seas. Until next time.